Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in and welcome back. I was going to go down and get some flowers from the market, from the farmer's market, but I was informed there's a big race going on, the Dirty Dog race. That might be significant. I don't know, races, 5Ks. So I decided to sit down and have these beautiful conversations, transmit some information, share the messages for the collective, whoever's receiving this today, August 15th, or even in the future, 2026, with all of this August. I don't think there's a point that the universe, the cosmos, and source and our spiritual teams are not touching in some way, shape, or form in every now moment in our linear calendar time of August 2026. You can't make this shit up. Okay, we're gonna talk about the 0 point. We talk about this all the time. But again, some of you might be new. Some of you might need to hear this message in a different way. We've shared this, I think, a few different times at different linear times. But it's important because same, but you're going to receive different codes and informations. You're going to have a different reaction. You're going to receive something different. That's like re-listening to podcasts or light language transmissions. You're going to receive different packets of light that will unlock next levels. And or even like tarot cards. There's a specific reader, which is my soul family from the other side of the world, who's been a big part of my journey. I get full body chills. He's been a teacher for me, whether he realizes it or not, and I will manifest one day that I'll meet this human in person. He's been a huge part of this journey and the education and wisdom and knowledge and remembrance. But when those videos roll up again and again, and his videos are the ones that roll up again and again and have been for the last 18 months to 2 years, it's because I'm receiving different information that I may not have heard before, or I will hear in the sense that it's actually not related to me anymore. It's related to those in my reality. So take that as it takes. 202. So we're going to talk about your 0 point, your heart space, heart coherence, your 0 point. That's that no space, that nothingness. Okay. All right. The phrase 0 point has different meanings in different contexts. We're very familiar with like the 0 point energy in physics. And yes, we will be seeing 0 point technology that has already been used and hidden for a long time will start unfolding as we move forward. So yes, we're very familiar with the 0 point energy, all right, in physics. It refers to the lowest possibility of energy state in the quantum system, okay? In spiritual and contemplative traditions, the 0 point is often used more metaphorically to describe the state of complete presence. So again, being completely present, the mind is basically, there's little to nothing going on in that space, okay? Or you can just pause and you clear in your now. You just clear in your now, and you just clear in your now. And I can get in the 0 point. I live heavily meditated. What does that mean? Every moment, more so than not, whether I'm doing human things or not, I am heavily in a meditative state. I'm tapped in all the time to the all, to eternal source, okay? And you'll know what that feels like. It's calm, it's peaceful, it's quiet, it's amazing. It's amazing when you can just bathe in the stillness of nothingness, okay? It's often used, like I said, complete presence, stillness, and open. So when you become still, you become open. There's vastness. You can receive so much information in this space, in this stillness, and in this presence. All right? It's a now moment. So if you haven't already started to experience or practice or be in the state of the being of your present now moment, this 0 point, we welcome you in to kind of start practicing that throughout your day. And all you could do, this is the way I started doing this last year, and I still try to continue it more and more when I catch myself hurrying or hustling, is there's a notification. So that's significant. You're going to be receiving some type of notification or a download. Notification or download. That's just coming through right now. We like to channel, and rambling is channeling. Squirreling is channeling. So you can, okay, thank you. I did kind of bring it back to where we were talking. So holding a cup of coffee, closing your eyes and breathing 3 to 10 times. That'll drop you in. Put your hand on your doorknob before you go out of the house. Breathe 3 to 10 times. 0 point. Same thing with your car. Before you put in park, close your eyes, breathe. Feel that energy. And I can feel it many ways. I can just feel it in this upper chakra system. I just feel this energy start flowing. That's your 0 point. So what is the 0 point? So imagine the center of the tornado, the eye of the storm. All right, around it might be tremendous movement, chaos, and destruction, seemingly. Wind, energy, and change. I know that's a lot of you who are feeling this in your personal lives potentially and collectively, or you have been through this process for a while, like I have, okay? Yet at every center, every core, there is stillness, there's pause, there is nothing. The stillness does not stop the movement because the movement's still taking place. It just allows that to take place without reaching out into it. It stays still, it stays present, but it's not reaching into the chaos. It just allows it. All right. So that is how, you can think of the 0 point. It's not absence of life, not at all. It's the center of where life can unfold to something bigger, greater. All right. Your vision already contains this. Okay. You reflect everything, and you just notice everything. You can see everything. You notice everything. Every movement in your meditations can return to the 0 point. Heart, cosmos, heart, Gaia, heart, physical reality, heart, cells, heart, personal field, and heart again. So I'm reading this because this is actually from a meditation, a download, an experience that I had of an activation where it went from my heart space to the cosmos, back to my heart space to Gaia, back to my heart space to the physical reality, my heart space to my physical cells in my physical body, and then my heart to my personal field. So you can think of that, bringing the energy up to the cosmos, bringing energy to your heart when you breathe, bring the energy to Gaia, bring it up back to your heart, bring it into your heart, breathe it into the physical reality, then breathe it again into your physical cells, and then breathe it into your personal energetic field, the multidimensional self that you are. All right, and then bring it back to your heart again and just do this again and again and again, okay? And then you can use the infinity symbol as this as well, okay? Remember, the heart is not a simple organ. The heart is not a simple organ. It is the 0 point. Everything emerges from it and everything returns to it. So the present moment is not just simply and not just merely a slice of time. It is the only place where experiences actually happen. Say that again. Repeat that. Know that. Feel this. The only place where experiences actually happen are right now. Not then, not when, now. It's the only place. Okay? We can remember the past. Like I said, you can go play around in there, but don't hang out there. Don't attach to all the bullshit and the nonsense that what was. All right, you can remember the past. I don't. There's a lot of reasons why I don't have a lot of memories. That system's been wiped pretty much. It's a whole nother video. At some point, yes, we will do that. My whole operating system has been wiped and upgraded, and that involves a lot of memories, whether it's from this lifetime or past lifetimes, because in a lot of past life regressions, those are not available to the human now. It's not needed. It's not necessary to have that. All right. So remember, the only place we experience is actually happening is now. Right. Remember, we can remember the past. We can imagine the future. Again, create the future. Know it. It's already happened. All right. And just breathe in the now. So you can remember the past. You can imagine the future, but then we breathe now. We know now. So when people speak about awakening into presence, we are often describing the shift from living primarily in memories. And I know a lot of people that have been in my reality live in the past. And it breaks my heart because they're so lost in the sauce, in not a good way, that they are just so living in what was instead of right now, because they're living in the hurt, the pain, and the trauma and whatever took place that they're not addressing. Yes, you can do place work to heal that and clear it, and then it doesn't exist anymore. And they have projections. So they live in memories and projections, and they inhabit the intimacy of that experience instead of just living now, right? Remember, the 0 point is not empty. Many people hear 0 and imagine nothingness. Remember, I don't experience that anymore. Now, don't get me wrong. My spiritual ego, which was still quite in the beginning of this process last year, well over a year ago, April of last year, we'll just put it that way, I was really uncomfortable in not understanding what this nothingness was, because I lived in a constantly doing and reaching and trying to figure and control everything out, right? I love the nothingness now. I welcome the nothingness. When I'm in meditation, I just like bring the nothingness. I experience it completely different now. It is a blank canvas. It's like a whiteboard has been wiped. And actually that came through as a download as clean slate. That's what it was. I had skipped pages and there's a clean slate. It's like the whiteboard has been wiped. Like my memories literally have been wiped. That operating system was wiped and everything's been upgraded. Chakra systems have been upgraded. My computer system, my connection, my connection has been upgraded. My operating system has been upgraded. My chakra systems have been upgraded. And more than likely, if you have not already started to experience this, you will be experiencing this more and more. And I think yours is going to be happening at a more rapid pace from where we're moving forward as a collective consciousness. And it's not anything to be afraid of or worried about. It's exactly what you need right now, okay? That's what they're bringing through now. So don't be afraid of these changes. Don't be afraid of the physical sensations that you're feeling and maybe receiving what we call spiritual surgery in meditation or in sleep, or if you journey, if you use plant medicine. Don't be afraid of what's taking place. This is, again, always check in, use your discernment, and like, okay, I'm open and I'm ready to receive for things that are for my highest and best good. But you might be starting to feel like what we call spiritual surgery in meditation and different things like that, okay? Blank canvas, clean slate. Everything is an empty painting and it's full of possibility, okay? The 0 point is an absence of creation. That's the vastness of the creation. Remember, it's not absence of creation, it's the vastness of creation. It's the place of which where all creation becomes possible. Potential for choice, potential for action, and awareness for thought. So the breath, again, you can use that golden spiral breath, the infinity. The spiral is moving constantly. Down, 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 down. I see it in many different ways, okay? You might visualize it in your own way. You might feel it a certain way. It's constantly moving, all right? There's one place that it never moves. It's the crossing point, the still point. So if you look at the center of the infinity symbol, that's the crossing point. The crossing point is always the same. The crossing point is your heart. The crossing point is your 0 point, 144. The spiral can expand infinitely because the center remains stable. Living from your 0 point is imagining every interaction from that place, from that 0 point. If someone criticizes you, pause, return to your center. Pause and return to your center. If you receive wonderful news, pause, return to your center. If you receive difficult news, pause, return to your center. If someone treats you a certain way, pause, return to your center. Not because you become detached, but because you become anchored. You're an anchor. It's an anchor point. Your center is no longer determined by all of these circumstances around you. A different way of seeing manifestation in many teachings describes manifestations as attracting what you want. But from the perspective of the 0 point, you might say something different. I don't create from lack. I create from coherence, from heart coherence. I do not create from lack. I create from coherence. The clearer your relationship is with this present moment, the more intentionally you respond to life. That is important, and that is the key. So remember, the clearer you get with the relationship of that now moment, this present moment, and the more intentionally you respond to your life and surrendering the control of the outcomes and the needing to know and the outcomes, this changes the quality of how you participate in what's taking place around you. All right, the heart is the still point. The vertical axis is the cosmos to the earth. You are and I am. We are the bridges of the cosmos and the earth. The heart, front to back, front to back. You are in a living energetic container. You are the circulation. You are a moving. The 0 point is the unmoving center. Okay? Everything moves except the center. The still point, the calm point. Right? The I of. That is awareness itself. That's why you see us with my hand on my heart all of the time, because I'm breathing and checking into the 0 point. And you can just touch your Azure point, which is right there. It's the high heart, hand on the heart. Close your eyes, take one slow breath, and simply notice. There's breathing, always has been, always will be. There are sensations, there might be thoughts, there are emotions, there are sounds, there is light, and there is darkness. And it's all perfect. And beneath all of it, there is awareness. Because awareness do not chase thoughts. Awareness does not chase thoughts. It doesn't reject the emotions, all right? It simply knows that they are present, becomes aware. For one breath, rest there. Not trying to change anything, just notice. And then silently say, I return to my still point. I return to my still point, and I return to the heart, and I return to this now present moment. From this place, I meet life with clarity, integrity, compassion, and wisdom. Just breathe in that as much as possible in every moment, especially when things feel a little more chaotic and challenging. All right? We will leave this message here. Know what you know, see what you see, hear what you hear, and feel what you feel, and know it's all real. And just breathe, just be, and allow for the vastness, the creation, in the space of the nothingness, the 0 point. We love you.